Hey, welcome to this edition of How I Did It. I don't necessarily have anything formal planned on it, but anyway, I have been using the NWS Alert add-on in the HACS store to publish any uh, weather advisories from the National Weather Service on it. So it is not without issues on implementation on my standpoint. I will state that I am probably have enough knowledge of home assistance to be dangerous, and that's kind of where things are left at. I do have a little bit of a programming background, but I'm still kind of mm, into what I need to do for things and stuff on it. But um, looking for any input and advice, figure this is easier than just showing a screenshot on it. So first thing I'm going to show you here is I do have a card in my Lovelace part of it for National Weather Service alerts. My HACS is currently down because of a upgrade right now, so I would have showed you that. But after it was installed and set up, the main piece that comes up is this number of alerts. And so what I was able to accomplish, it's kind of an odd file format for me anyway to think about it. It's a single event, and it's delineated by dashes, multiple things on it. So because there's three alerts, here are the three alerts, but they're all delineated by dashes. But I only get one record that comes up on it. I did find this how I put this on my Lovelace part of it. I'll edit my dashboard here for you. Is that I ended up using something called a conditional card configuration. And I really kind of like this card, although I wish I could adjust a few things on it, and maybe, in comments you can help me figure that part of it out. But this is the default sensor, and if the state is not equal to 0, so current state is 3, so as alerts show up, that'll increase. Um, Basically, then, if it's not equal to 0, it's going to display the card. When there's no alerts to display, the card goes away on my front end. I like that. So that card just kind of pops when I need to see it and goes away when I don't. And on the card side of it, nothing straight here. Everything's pretty straightforward here. Title, and then I ended up, I wanted these three things that are set up on it. These are two extra sensors I put in so I could separate out of the base configuration and the base data on it, the different pieces on it. So here is the output of the default application, the National Weather Service alerts on it. And so I get a title, an event ID, display description, and spoken description on it. The ones that I was really, for Lovelace part of it, I wanted to display the alert type. Where did that go here? Which is title, wind chill advisory. And again, remember, this is like it's a single thing event, but there's three entries. Wind chill advisory delineated by a dash, wind chill advisory delineated by a dash, wind chill advisory. So that's what's displayed here. I ended up creating a specific sensor for that. And then the spoken ID, because I'm using some of the alerts with my voice assistant on it, is here. And the same thing kind of comes on. This is the spoken part of it up until this dash. That's for event 1. Event 2 and event 3 are all sitting on there. So for the most part, that's working out pretty well. I did go into, and I will show you this real quick, how I did that, which took me just a little bit of time to come up with it, is platform templates, and then I created these two sensor template types to pull the data out of it. So here's I had the name of alert time, National Weather Service alert type, and I'm actually extracting from the actual alerts just the title, and here I'm extracting the spoken description. So that's how I got the extra two sensors that I show here on this page, on that side of it. So what I really like to do about it, and how that was the first part, but mostly it all started because I wanted to set up automations based off of that. And um, so that's kind of what I will kind of go through now. I ended up using Node-RED on this part of it. And so here's my Node-RED floor for my weather alerts on it. So I start off with the this node here, and that is just a state node pulling off the standard the National Weather Service alerts. And I'm really only looking for a number on this one because that's all I found how to get to it the way I wanted to set up for it. So basically, anytime the number of alerts changes, I did put a 200 millisecond delay in just to make sure everything that it pulled from the website, the National Weather Service website, was all leveled out in my Home Assistant on it. And then I have this node here, current state node. So now I activate it, wait 200 milliseconds, then I turn around and request the current state of the alert type. The main reason I did that, I know I could extract it out with a few different things, but I still wanted to get the three items separated with a dash. And this was the first time I found then the split node side of it, and that worked out really well for here. Split node type, and I'm looking for the string dash, and then all that set up. So what this does is it basically takes those three separate messages. It sees it, the dash, and it spits it out as three messages, and they all come into this alert type switch node. And I do that because the previous version had an issue where it would jump and say unknown when the National Weather Service API, I understand, is a little bit buggy, so it doesn't always respond. So it jumps between unknown and the regular switch. I didn't want to see the unknown types, so here was if it was equal to unknown, and this is on the alert type. If the alert type was unknown, I basically created a output that I didn't connect anything to. The other next one I set up for was warnings. So I didn't necessarily want to get woken up at 2 a.m. for a watch or something that didn't require immediate attention. I went and just came up with the logic. I mean, the things in the area that I live are going to be thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, blizzard warnings. They all had that particular part of it. So those are the ones I wanted to act on. And the last part I have here is not equal to unknown. So it's set up to follow down through, and I have it set for stop matching at first match. So if it's unknown, it would stop. If it was a warning, it would stop. Otherwise, it would come down here and go to output 3. So output 3, I just have set so it sends me an email with the alert type out to my email. So just in case something comes in, it's more of a diagnostic thing to see if there's anything else interesting that comes in that I really need to add to the list that I want to get alerted on more immediately on it. And then I will go ahead and add additional switch nodes if that needs to come up on it. So that's the gist of what I'm doing here with this alert type. So if it's a warning, I go ahead and send the announcement out to my voice assistant, and basically I got this from another web page on it to send out the data to it. So I added a basic alert to say weather alert, and then the payload, and that's going to be the spoken part of it. So it would say winter storm warning or tornado warning or whatever would come across to that side of it. So that comes up to that. But I also wanted to get the speech part worked out. So the first part is only doing the alert type. And so it's going to be the warning or something on it. But that second part of it that actually has a little small verbal part about it, a little bit more details of what's going on, was in Alert Speak. So I set up this Alert Speak uh, state node, I believe current state node on it, and there I'm coming up with the entity, the Alert Speak. So now I'm pushing that as the payload. Same thing, I just repeated, I split it off. So right now there's 3 alerts, so it splits it off 3 times. And I bring this into the weather alert speak. And here, like I said before, I was only interested in the warnings. Beans, I can't set, I would have liked to have had an array, and then I could have maybe passed the array number and said I really wanted to see number 2 out of the 3 that were there, or if there were multiple ones, or make sure it passed through. But because it's only a single message on the NWS alerts that I start from, and none of it's set up as an array, it's just set up as delimited in the data side of it. I just really was filtering out and wanted to make sure, however the National Weather Service posted the voice part, whether it was uppercase, lowercase, or all lowercase, or mixed case on it, I set up these 3 pieces on the switch node and basically tied all of them together back to my master bedroom, the voice assistant announcement on it. This turn light on, ultimately what I'd like to do, and I don't have it, I have a TLC Roku TV. I would like to have it turn on and switch to a specific channel. I haven't got to that part of it yet, but that's what that part of it's for. So if anyone wants to put any comments on it, or let me know what if there's any things that would help improve this, that would be great. I know one of the things on this card, I really would like to have this formatted a lot better than it is, instead of the title, the type of sensor it is, and then this part of it. I would like to have it formatted a little bit better on it. But I do like how this particular card does go away when there's no alerts on it. So I do like that part of it. Anyway, so that's what I have, and thank you very much for taking your time to watch the video.